So today is Friday, the 13th of June 2025, and I'm standing in front of my Golden Dreams Condominium Association, condominium, which has a license address at Department of Business and Professional Regulation as 65 Washington Avenue, and on Division of Corporations of Florida. They are filing reports annually under the same address, 65 Washington Avenue, Miami Beach, Florida. However, this building has also a number 75. So a week ago I wrote to City of Miami Beach government my concern that apartment numbers are being removed by windows and doors replacement company across Miami Beach. Nothing has been done to attach those number signs. This is a national security concern, and I'm going to explain why. As you see, this side is 65 Washington Avenue and this side is 75 Washington Avenue. However, if you look at the deeds showing the ownership of the apartments on Miami-Dade Property Appraisal Company, you would see the following. You would see that apartments 65 Washington Avenue is the side, right? So yesterday they renovated this apartment, this one, but we do not see the number anymore. So on Miami-Dade Property Appraisal portal, apartment 1, apartment 2, apartment 3, apartment 4, and apartment 5, they are marked under 65 Washington Avenue, and apartment 6 and apartment 7 also 65 Washington Avenue. Then apartment 8, apartment 9, apartment 10, 11, 12 is 75 Washington Avenue. So this doesn't make sense, because those apartments 6 and 7 should already be on 75 Washington Avenue, not 65. So now we have all sorts of problems with these apartment numbers being removed. Let me tell you also that even though this unit is on the 65 Washington Avenue, this apartment 3, the tenant, Oksana, has been receiving mail under 75 Washington Avenue, apartment 3. So we have the same unit going under two addresses. Now this unit, apartment 2, is a story of a big criminal conduct concern. This was my friend Vicente Gonzalez, a lonely man who had two nieces. Out of all people in the world, he had two nieces. One niece in Cuba and one niece in Spain. And he did not have any relatives. In May 2022, he told me that he would like me to sign as a witness his will, where he left the condo of to his niece in Spain. I signed it. I didn't take a picture of it or anything. Fast forward 8 months, or a little bit more. In 2023 April, Vicente suspiciously died. Before that, he was kidnapped. He told me that he was held by force in some institution where he underwent extensive medical examination. His apartment was broken in. Then he returned after 1 month, and then he died After 3 days after his death, this guy, actually two guys, are changing the locks. I come to the apartment and they say, "Hey, who are you? You know, I was a witness on his will." And this guy, Max Ramos, he states that he inherited the apartment because he's a nephew. And he told me that he owns the real estate company here on the first street. I'm walking to show you that real estate company that he owns. And supposedly Vicente Gonzalez would stop by all the time to talk to him. And this is obviously not true, because I live in the building. It's a very small building. I can see everything from my window. And I spoke to Vicente all the time, like he was my friend. You know, he did not have any relatives in Miami whatsoever. And while he was gone, missing, when he was held in that institution, me and that tenant, Oksana, we actually called police saying, "Hey, what's wrong? Where is Vicente?" And while he was missing, our treasurer, she texted me that Vicente is being held by force by state of Florida because they cannot keep him, so they have to let him go. This was very weird. How the treasurer would know that an owner in condominium that is being held somewhere in medical institution. And she's the one who said that she wants to buy apartment. She said it to many people. So this is the guy, Max Ramos, you see, 842 First Street, that claimed to be Vicente Gonzalez's nephew. What's disturbing that I reported this to FBI, this guy Max Ramos, back in 2023 in April. I also wrote about kidnapping of Vicente to Ashley Moody. She's now a senator. She used to be Attorney General. I also had a meeting with City of Miami Beach and condominium board members, where I explained the situation, and no one did anything about it. And the fact that I discovered all of these schemes of bankruptcy fraud, mortgage fraud in our condominium, of forged paperwork, of the fact that the plat books that define the land were replaced in 2010 and 2011 across Miami Beach, that no one did anything about it. This is a national security concern. And I'm walking now back to the 101 Collins Avenue to check if they put the apartment numbers there. I'm coming back to my concern that apartment numbers are being removed from the condominium units in Miami Beach, here in South Beach where I live, and that the same unit can go under multiple addresses in different public records. So Patriot Act is the law. Especially this is important after terrorist attacks that happened in the United States. They've enacted that law so financial institutions can verify the address of companies and people opening bank accounts. The financial institutions, private credit companies, insurance companies. So if the address is incorrect, or the same unit can go under multiple addresses, then financial institutions cannot do their job with this compliance requirement. But it's not only that. An address is very important to other federal agencies. For example, Social Security Administration, they started this fraud detection initiative where they are looking at the data such as address of the property associated with the individual to see if they own any property, if they are entitled to the Social Security benefits. By the way, Vicente Gonzalez, he told me that in 2002 he wanted to open a bank account. He went to SCD account. He went to his bank and he was told that he was he's shown as dead in the system. Well, he was alive, obviously. What's interesting is that the seller of condo that I bought, I also already explained in my previous videos the story where I have a situation where all of my mail is coming to one address, but my mortgage is under another address. And I actually had tax returns for the sent to me by my mortgage servicer under one address and by my employer to another address. I live only in one unit, and in the same unit I live, and the same address for the past 15 years. So this is the condominium that I said, hey, they removed here the addresses from the condominium unit. And yeah, you see, the addresses are removed. I'm going to walk around and show you that the addresses are not on the other side either. Also, for Florida Division of Corporations, for serving papers, if an address is associated with a business or LLC, so if they need to serve the papers, there is nowhere to serve the papers because there is no address here. You see, the address is removed. And then, for example, General Services Administration, they also have to go and check the building or the place they want to lease, and there is no address.